For those of you bothered by last night's round of WWE releases, I got unfortunate news because we have more. Welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx. We have a round of new releases from WWE, and how I felt about last night's releases. We'll go over them really quickly, but just to sum it up, I feel like the people that got cut, I can't say I didn't see it coming. And the people that were added today, I feel the same way. I'm sorry. I don't have anything against anybody that was cut. I think all the talents that got released are good talents. But they just weren't cutting it. They were not cutting it in WWE. And that's unfortunate. Sometimes you're just damaged goods. A lot of these talents that were cut came in under Vince McMahon, and he misused them and got them to a point of no return. No amount of rehabilitation could have fixed them. And so it's most likely the best thing for them to go somewhere else for now. Who's to say they can't come back? But we'll talk about that in a little bit. I want to start off with this Drew McIntyre story that people have been talking about for what feels like days now, since the Royal Rumble. People were upset about Drew McIntyre and his elimination, because I think during the elimination process, Drew was supposed to get eliminated by Damian Priest, but that was overshadowed by LA Knight doing the LA Knight, yeah, and that took the attention away from Drew's elimination, and he was pissed, furious about that. Well, this past episode on SmackDown, it looks like things have calmed down on that front. According to Fightful Select, the men were able to work through whatever rage issue they had during the match. There were a few snug, rough moments that they both used to get out their anger on each other. They moved past it. LA Knight, of course, took a shot at Drew in the reports, saying during the promo, "Let me get my stuff in. LA Knight, yeah." But they handled it. They handled it like professionals on camera inside the ring. Now imagine if another company had done that with certain other people, where they would be. See, here in WWE, they operate from an old school mindset. You got a problem with somebody? Take it out on each other inside the ring. Don't do this whole, "Oh, well, he did this to me. Oh, I don't like him. Now I'm not going to come to work. Oh, I want a restraining order. I want to sign an NDA." These are men. Drew and LA Knight are men. Okay, LA Knight took the shine away from Drew's moment. Drew got pissed off about it. How did they handle it? Let's go inside the ring. We're going to snug up a little bit, get out our frustration, and I'll make it up to you. Drew goes over. He gets his shine back, and now he's in the chamber match. We had an issue. Let's resolve it inside the ring, like men. That is how it's done, Tony. But let's get to what you guys really want to talk about. These new releases. So just to recap, last night during the SmackDown review, we talked about Sonya Deville, Blair Davenport, Cedric Alexander, AOP, including Paul Ellering, being released from the WWE. Some people were very upset about this, noting that a lot of these talents didn't really get an opportunity to shine. I kinda agree, but then kinda didn't. I think with Blair Davenport, they barely used her. So I agree with you on that. Sonya Deville got a ton of opportunities to shine. She was GM of SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken. Cedric was in the Hurt Business. Cedric's been there since 2016. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did. Here's my thing about Cedric, because I found this out. Cedric Alexander signed a contract in September. They could have let him go in September, but he re-signed with them. He was going to stay. So why resign him just to fire him? What happened there? What's that one all about? What did he do? What's going on here? If he did anything to begin with. That one's weird. Super weird. AOP, Paul Ellering. Look, they weren't connecting. It just wasn't happening. Same thing with Blair Davenport, to be fair, but they could have done a little bit more with her. It wasn't connecting with AOP. It wasn't connecting with Sonya Deville. Sonya just wasn't connecting. So they let them go. So let's get to the new ones. Here are the new releases. Luke Gallows, Karl Anderson. So here's why this one's weird. As for why they got released, are we surprised? No, they're barely used. But Karl Anderson is injured. And WWE is not known for releasing people who are injured. That's weird. He's currently recovering 3 to 6 months. And they decided to release him while he's injured. That doesn't sound like Triple H. I think Fightful Select wrote that, right? Well, see, I trust Fightful Select, so yeah, they released him while he's hurt. My goodness, that's pretty cold. But yeah, they're gone. Giovanni Vinci, I literally called Fabian Eichner, whatever you want to call him, last night on Friday Night SmackDown. I saw him getting released before he got released. That's how bad it is. And then Isla Dawn. Again, I saw Alba Fire and Isla Dawn getting released. It's just Isla Dawn. No Alba Fire yet. We could see her gone probably within the next week or so, but right now it's just Isla Dawn. So outside of Cedric Alexander and Karl Anderson, who are two weird cases of what the hell, kind of weird, but maybe he asked for his release. I don't know. I don't know the stories behind these releases, except for Sonya. They're basically not using her because she wasn't connecting. Blair Davenport, not using her because she's not connecting. AOP, they're not connecting. But the other ones, I'm like, man. We'll talk about this more as time goes by because, I don't know, something's not quite sitting well with me in terms of some of these releases. But in terms of why they were released, we all know why they were released. You have a new batch of talent coming in from the WWE ID program. Call-ups from NXT. All talent that are going to do great. Lola Vice, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Jada Parker. I'd be here all day. That's just the women. I didn't even mention the men yet. I didn't mention Obafemi. I didn't mention Trick Williams. I'm just saying there's a bunch of talent coming up that they need to make room for. If they're not using you, why even have you there? It's just business sometimes. And what's cool about some of these releases, they're letting them go by simply not renewing their contract. Which I think is a great thing because Sonya Deville can go work for, whether it's AEW or whoever she wants, she can go work immediately once her contract expires. I think that's graceful. Now, Cedric has to wait 90 days. But some of these guys can go work immediately when their contracts expire, which I think is great. Very graceful of them. But give me your thoughts about the releases. Were you really that bothered by them? Because I wasn't. I'm just saying. Let's get to the big one. Def Rebel, ladies and gentlemen, has come under fire from within WWE. Now, this story I have been waiting for to talk about. Because you all know I am a big music nut. If you see my mashups on the WWE YouTube channel, on my secondary channel, my former secondary channel, I'm all about music. I am all about the theme songs. The theme songs are a part of the wrestler's identity. It is very important. It is an essential part of the package. If that's messed up, it's going to mess up everything. So, when it comes to Def Rebel, I don't have anything personal against them. They just suck at their jobs. Point blank. Let's read this from Fightful Select. WWE talent are not happy with Def Rebel and their theme songs. I could end it right there. The talent themselves aren't happy with what they're getting from these artists. Let's continue though. No talent have interacted with Death Rebel producers for input on songs. Several have expressed unhappiness with the quality of theme songs and have made attempts to get their previous themes back from CFO Money and of course Jim Johnson. WWE has also made requests to change a number of themes that the talent vehemently pushed back on. Some talent have managed to keep their previous themes, while others have not been so lucky. Very few people on the roster that we've heard from are happy with the Death Rebel themes. Now look at this one. A number of incoming talent also prefer to bring their own themes with them instead of using Death Rebel's theme songs. Who hired these people? Are these Vince McMahon hires? Because they need to go. CFO Money was doing great work. NXT, main roster, all of their theme songs are bangers for everybody. Now, I don't know what happened to CFO Money. I'm hearing CFO Money disbanded. So even if they wanted to bring them back, they can't. They can bring back certain people from the group, but the group is what made the theme songs. That sucks. Jim Johnson is still alive. I don't know if he wants to work with them. I don't care what you got to do. You are $1 billion conglomerate. You can get access to any music group that is alive today. Literally any music group. Pay them to make these new theme songs. Whatever you gotta do, get Death Rebel out of there. They are not good at their jobs. I got nothing personal against them. Some of their themes are actually pretty cool. I think they made the Roman Reigns theme song, if I'm not mistaken. That's a banger. That's about it, though. Every other one, I can go without. I think they remixed Asuka's new theme. That wasn't bad either. But I'm sorry. They are not as good as CFO Money, Jim Johnson. When I hear these theme songs, I don't even know who's coming out until they come out. That was apparent during the Royal Rumble. The biggest example is Finn Balor's theme song. Remember the theme he had for the Demon? Such an iconic theme. The one he has now, when he came out during the Rumble, I was like, who is that? And then he walked out, I was like, wow. That's how you know this theme song is bad. When recognizable talent aren't even recognizable through their themes. These guys suck at their jobs. And they need to go. Get real theme songs back for these talent. Period. End of story. Think about your favorite wrestler. Top 5. All of them have noteworthy themes. Let's go through my list. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That glass shatter, you know when you hear it, it's game time. Hulk Hogan's theme. Real American. Some might argue that's the best theme song of all time. The Rock. Oh my God, The Rock has numerous awesome themes. Triple H. Time to Play the Game. Shawn Michaels. I'm Just a Sexy Boy. Ric Flair. Bret the Hitman Hart. Macho Man Randy Savage. Mick Foley. Edge. Oh my God, Metalingus. Kurt Angle. Rey Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka. Come on, man. Randy Orton. Voices. AJ Styles. They don't want none. Every single one of your favorites have a banger theme. We don't got time for these lackluster theme songs. If they're not doing their jobs, get rid of them. And I'm sorry, Death Rebel is not cutting it. They gotta go. Nothing personal, boys, but you suck at your jobs. I'm gonna need WWE to find them an actual group that knows what they're doing. You can find them. You're $1 billion conglomerate. Get to work. Get to work. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, guys. Give me your thoughts about all the subjects. Drew McIntyre, the releases, and then Death Rebel. And let me know how you feel. Thank you for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World, the place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.